And now we're here in the kitchen with Chef David and
Hi.
a special guest as well, Chef Marc Navaille. Welcome so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, your public television and Chef David Baruthio for inviting me.
And Chef Marc is from the Basque region that straddles the border of France and Spain.
Right in between Spain and France. We have 4 provinces in Spain. We have 3 in France. But it's a country. We have our own techniques, our own language. We have everything, you know.
All right.
And the largest colony outside the Basque Country is in Boise, Idaho.
Boise,
here.
Idaho.
Yeah,
Okay.
big immigration.
Go.
Great.
Well, welcome, Marc.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, let's cook with cauliflower. What are we going to make?
So we're gonna do a cauliflower gratin. You know, go back in the childhood, a little bit of classical cooking of France, and we're gonna make a bechamel. We're gonna actually cook the cauliflower in milk, so it's gonna remain nice and white, and we're gonna use that cooking liquid to make the bechamel and the sauce for the gratin.
All right.
There
So
we
we
go.
start with that cauliflower.
Perfect.
All right. So you take
then
the core out.
You take the core out, and then it just falls apart.
Nice.
Just crack it nicely like this. We want to keep it, you know, what we call the florets. We want to keep the shape of the cauliflower as much as we can, but breaking it apart a little bit. So also it'll cook a little bit faster. So there we go. So we're going to put it in the pan,
Okay.
just as it is.
There we go.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to add that milk.
The
All
whole
right.
milk.
All of the milk.
Perfect. Just until we cover it up. Oh yeah, cleans it all. Perfect. Then we're gonna put some aromatics. So I got a little bay leaves, a little thyme.
All right.
Just put it in
The
there.
whole thing goes in.
The whole thing.
All
It's
right.
perfect.
So we'll pull those out later. huh?
Exactly. And I'll put a little bit of salt. Right. Touch of garlic. There we go. We put a lid up.
This
And we
is
let
gonna
it
be
cook.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Voila.
We're gonna prepare now the bechamel.
Okay.
The famous bechamel. It's a mother sauce, you know, in France. Mother sauce, it's considered like a basic. A lot of people think it comes from France, but in reality, it comes from Italy. What I like to do is put a little touch of onion, you know, in my bechamel always. Put 4 ounces of butter. Now we are ready. You see the butter, it's a little bit bubbling, and we're gonna add the flour.
All right.
You can go in one shot, just like this, and you make sure you mix it well,
No lumps.
no lumps.
Constantly stir that.
Yeah, because if he stays, you know, we could burn.
But you want to cook the flour, right? You gotta
Yes.
cook the
Yes.
the gluten, right?
Yes, we're gonna cook the gluten, so it will be much faster after that when we're gonna add this to the milk. You see those grains? It means that the gluten is cooked.
Well, thank you, Chef Marc. So now that the roux is done, we have our cauliflower cooking. We're just gonna wait and enjoy a glass of wine.
All right.
All right, the cauliflower is done. So,
All right, it's perfect.
yeah, what is the next
Fantastic.
step?
Next, we're gonna take the cauliflower out of the milk. Oh yeah, it's absolutely great.
Perfect.
Now that the cauliflower is done, we're gonna strain the milk. And
right.
we can finish the sauce.
All right. So we go back to the roux. We're gonna add little by little because
That's how you incorporate it, right?
incorporate, yeah. Now you make sure that you whisk at all time. We're gonna add a little pinch of nutmeg. I love that in the bechamel, you know. It gives a nice taste. We just whisk it until we get the consistency that we need. Check the spoon. You see the way it is?
Yep.
You're done. So we're gonna finish it with a touch of cream, and we're gonna get that silky texture,
yeah.
you know? So you see, we incorporate the cream.
That's beautiful.
Et voila, it's perfect.
So we have a beautiful bechamel. So I'm going to take a lovely gratin dish that I have
Plate
here.
goes in the oven, of course.
Right. That perfect silky ivory white.
That is gorgeous.
So you'll see the onion that we put at the beginning, you remember? So now we're gonna sprinkle with some cheese.
Lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese.
And then it goes
And
in
Charity,
the oven.
in the oven on broil
Okay, and for how long?
until you like the color. You know,
Because
there is no
everything
time.
is fully cooked.
I can't wait to
Right.
eat.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Just put it there right under the heat.
Exactly.
Our cauliflower gratin is done.
I'm gonna break the crust.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. But a little touch of green. Bon appetit.
Wonderful. Let's try
Thank
it.
you.
Wow.
Fork for everybody.
Make sure I get a little bit of the cheese with it.
Yeah. That's so creamy.
For
That's
me,
fantastic.
it's like a transportation in my childhood.
Yeah. Takes you
beautiful.
right back.
Right back.
Well, chefs, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Chef Mark, for joining us. It was
Yeah.
great. Thank
That
you.
was my pleasure.
What a treat.
Thank you.
All right, time for another cauliflower recipe.
Right.
Chef David, solo this time.
The solo.
What are you gonna make?
Well, we're gonna take some beautiful cauliflower. You know, cauliflower is really, it's one of those trendy vegetables. I don't know if you remember when you were a kid. It's kind of painful to have to eat them when your
Yeah.
parent put them on the
I
table.
do
And
remember.
now it's
hip.
fashionable. It's high, it's hip, and so I'm gonna create a risotto out of a cauliflower.
Ooh.
We're gonna start by, shredding the cauliflower. You see, we got that beautiful. It's like a little bit like rice, you know.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna take a little bit of, I got the baby portobello mushrooms. You know, I'm gonna chop those up a little bit, just to. Now when we start here, a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Right, we got some shallots that I chopped a little bit.
Nice.
There you go. And we're gonna put right away the mushroom first. A little bit of salt. A touch of pepper. And don't hesitate to add a little bit of more olive oil if you have to, right?
All right.
No, we don't want to give a color to the shallot. We just want to sweat them a little bit.
Okay.
And now I add the
The cauliflower.
cauliflower. Voila. And then vegetable stock.
All right. And of course, you could use whatever kind of stock you want.
Correct. There we go. And now we're gonna cook it down and let the magic happen.
All right.
So voila, you can see our
That's beautiful.
cauliflower risotto. It's all cooked, still a little bit crunchy. I will say al dente, right?
Nice. It
Now
looks like a risotto.
Now we're gonna finish it off. So a little bit of butter, right? The real way, like you will finish a normal risotto.
To make it creamy.
To make it creamy. Touch of cream.
Wonderful.
Right. We'll stir it. Melt it in there, let it kind of cook. And during this time, let's sear our scallops.
Okay. And these cook so quickly.
Oh, they do. You know, you don't want them overcooked. You want a kind of a flash sear. You know, a little bit of flavor here and there. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Parmesan, a little bit of parsley for the color.
Beautiful.
Voila.
Almost everything's better with a little bit of green.
I agree. I'm gonna finish that, you know, just because I'm French. Touch of butter in there.
It would be wrong if you didn't
Right.
put butter in there.
Ambassadors a little bit. Beautiful.
Smells together. It's just beautiful.
Finish a little bit of this.
Another touch of green.
And a touch of olive oil, just a little bit.
Perfect.
Finish it off, and we
All
have
right.
a cauliflower risotto.
Wow. That's
There
such
you
a
go.
great idea. I'm going to have to make that at home.
Please invite me when you do.
All right. Chef David, thank you so much.
Bon appetit.